college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Gamecocks about to kick it away and get this season started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. On the move. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. Doesn't matter what time of season it is, a top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would love to make a statement.
No doubt about it. When you've got a very low number beside your name, you're going to get everybody's best shot, and that's what this team is expecting from their opponent today. A lot of eyeball.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
Man, I love night games because you have all day to get excited, get jacked up, and you can tell the QB might have been a little too excited. Forcing the ball into coverage on the first pass attempt, creating the interception. Now this defense has set this offense up in a great position to get some early momentum.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The play-action fake. Looking left. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
South Carolina, 7.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Guys, let's chat about Michigan. What an offseason in the recruiting department, reeling in a top 10 class, and you got to think that's going to help.
Man, yeah, it's just nice when you get some recruiting and some excitement, right? Get a top 10 class. You know the talent is really, really good. The young talent pushes the older talent, Jesse, and it just makes the squad obviously so much better.
And with that top 10 class, David, they really feel like they were able to reload the roster, and they think they've got some impact freshmen in this class as well. Can't wait to see what they do today.
Under fire. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. Quarterback making adjustments. On third down, he drops to throw. On the run, still looking. Gets rid of it. Pulls it in. It's Cole. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
Attack in another offensive odyssey. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Here comes the heat. He's going to take off. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, they'll get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
And the Gamecocks line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. There he goes. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the 1st down, new set of downs, let's go.
The Gamecocks are flying down the field. He's got it on the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball's incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Caught, close to the marker, it's Lewis. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Takes a handoff. It's Battle. He has the first and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Gamecocks trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Off play action. Starts to scramble to the left. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Man, I love the decision-making right there. Like, drop back the pass, look for your shots. You don't see it, tuck it, get positive yards, makes the next down even easier. That is a great heads-up, early down play for this QB.
Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. They'll try to slam it in. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stops short of the goal line.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Quick strike through the air for the score.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Oregon was anything but dominant today, but the Ducks are going to leave Autzen Stadium winners. A lot to work on, no question, but they avoid one in the L column. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. So here comes the Michigan offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score. Oh, he's got some space. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. You put on that winged helmet, and the one thing you want to do is establish the running game.
Yeah, no matter who the coach is, no matter who the players are, it's a tradition. It's physicality. That's how they built this brand at Michigan. And I think no matter who's there, it's going to be how they continue to build on that tradition.
Leaves it with the back. Runs through the tackle. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Baldridge. That's caught. It's Peppers. They'll stop him at the 46 after a 5-yard pickup.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Still running at the 40. Off to the races to the right. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able
able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. To the air on first down. Looking to buy time. On the run, deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way.
Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage, and did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage, you jam them, and it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process, and that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT'd.
To throw, it's Baldridge. He's looking deep. Catch in stride inside the 15. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
I love offensive coordinators that take shots in sudden change situations. You just got the takeaway. You're not wasting any time. Defense is jogging on the field. They barely have time to line up. You take a shot deep down the field, and you hit it, adding insult to injury to the opponent. That is a great play call.
And this offense will have to feel pretty good about itself if it can tie the game before halftime. First and goal. He's looking to pass. He's going for the goal line. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target. Accurate throw in 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Coming out with it, it's good. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. He's up to 55 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener. The Gamecocks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Just a short pass to the tight end. Works his way out to the 36-yard line before being pushed out of bounds. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
Wow, 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man on the right. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. You want to talk about running behind your pads as he plows his way to the 35.
Man, is it nice to be able to hand the football to a guy that can break tackles, that can make something out of nothing. Just, it makes it so much easier on offense. You can hit that big play, the big home run. Just the ability to break tackles can make a back really special.
Makes the grab. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Timeout, South Carolina.
Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Quarterback now breaking the field. Trying to escape and get it himself. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He is going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Quarterback strolling away from heat. On the move, he fires. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. It's good. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Wolverines will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. South Carolina offense is back on the field. It's working. Why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the... Breaks into the open. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the left. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The Gamecocks are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on 3rd down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
Floating away. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him. And the Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He's got it. Makes a move. He'll be dotted out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Moving out of the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from it. You can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense. Get him to the ground for no gain.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Making side adjustments here. Back to throw, it's Baldridge. Pocket breaking down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in.
Oh, it's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Wolverines. And they turn it into a defensive score.
You know, the one thing that really worries head coaches coming into week one is ball security. Worried about execution. This offense has done some good things early in this game, but you cannot put the ball on the ground because the defense will make you pay like they did right there, taking it all the way to the house.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. BYU is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Ty Detmer, this might not be over just yet. They're trailing by just 4 to Boston College. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll run it from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Picks up the first down. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Gamecocks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. Let's see if he settles down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Takes his shot. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Looking for more room. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Michigan. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
These guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this.
You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Fires on the move. He's got an open man. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Oh, and he just dropped it so close to his 2nd interception of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Give to the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. This offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Bringing it back.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
The give to the back.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air. It's Baldridge. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Quarterback may change this route. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. That incompletion brings up 3rd down for the offense. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Pulls it in. It's Cole. Tackle is made at the 38, and let's see just how daring they'll be on 4th down.
Number 17.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd. Time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Punt is on its way. Holds it in and looking upfield. And the returner will be knocked down. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Boy, they moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Power football with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Still looking on the move. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and the defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Looking for a push on fourth down. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game.
And now my mindset has to completely change. Listen, we needed points. That's over. Like, plenty of time left, over 3 minutes on the clock. I got to get me a stop, and I got to get that football back so my offense can score some points.
Oh, they're after him. Fires on the move. Finds a man on the right. Turning it on. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? And by going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Bringing the heat. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And, man, that's frustrating for an offense. You got a little something going. You had a little bit of momentum, but they've got to do a better job of protecting their guy, keeping him upright, letting him go make some plays for this offense. That's the only way he's going to get hot. They got to give him more time.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Caught over the middle. It's Hansen. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
And offenses practice the situation. This is 4-minute offense. You've got the lead late in the game. You're trying to bleed the clock and just get first downs. They do that. They stay in bounds, and the clock keeps ticking.
And the Wolverines look to keep this drive humming. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on first down in goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to throw, it's Baldridge. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines!
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring. Lining
up to add another. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Virginia Tech managed to avoid a bitter defeat by scratching out a narrow victory. This wasn't the blowout some around Blacksburg had hoped for, but it sure beats the alternative. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Looking for room. It's Battle. There he goes. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
Rush is on him. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
On third down, he'll have to push it downfield. He's taking a deep shot. Makes a grab down the middle. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Looking to throw on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an out.
Wants to fire on second down. He'll take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Single back formation, and they give it to him. Oh, he's got some space. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That play had zero shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
The Wolverines have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at second. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.